Just want to take a second to thank all the listeners and supporters of this podcast. And if you're interested in supporting even further, you can check us out at patreon.com/bigtruth. And there's 4 different levels where you could financially contribute to the podcast. And each comes with all their own exclusive benefits and whatnot. But if you check us out, patreon.com/bigtruth, you can go there and, help us expand and grow this thing. Big shout out to Old Bike Barn for supporting and sponsoring this podcast. If you need any old motorcycle parts for your old British, they do have some British stuff, but for your old, especially your Japanese or your American motorcycles, check them out. Oldbikebarn.com. They got all that rare stuff you need for your old Japanese bike that no one else has. But they also have their own line of like clothing. They have their own line of leather products and knives and all kinds of good shit. Whatever you need for your bike, parts, gear, everything. Check them out, oldbikebarn.com, or on Instagram at oldbikebarn. Also, if you have any issues going on where you got some soreness or trouble sleeping or anxiety, you need to check out the motherfuckers at Crystal Lake Clear. They make CBD oil, high potency, really good stuff, and well made. There's so much CBD out there now. It's important to find some shit that really works. And I have like 4 different flavors of their stuff, and they're all different grades. And when I say grades, I mean strengths. I take the chocolate mint one before I go to sleep at night and sleep like a baby. So check them out, cradlelakeclear.com. As you know, summer's coming. And with summer comes heat and humidity, depending on where you live, right? But for most people, it gets hotter and more humid and fucking crazier out there. So it's more important than ever to keep your fucking nether regions nice and cool. You don't want a swamp, you know what I mean? You don't want a dingy fucking horror show down there, So you need to check out manscaped.com. They got a ball razor. Basically, there's no other way to say it. It's a ball razor called the Lawnmower 3.0. It's got these special blades, so it makes it way harder for you to nick down there and scratch down there. So it's a smooth operation, you know what I mean? And no blood on the fingers. So check them out, manscaped.com. If you use the promo code BIGTRUTH at checkout, you will get 20% off your order and free shipping there. So go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BIGTRUTH at checkout, and you will get 20% off your order. And I forgot to say, if you are looking for that CBD oil from Crystal Lake Clear, before you hit the checkout, make sure you enter the promo code BIGTRUTH there, and you'll get 20% off your order at Crystal Lake Clear on all their CBD oils and products. If you are in the unfortunate situations where you happen to find yourself to be in a motorcycle accident, you need to check out lawtigers.com. They have lawyers all around the country, and the law firm was founded by motorcycle riders for motorcycle riders, so they give you the specific attention that you need for these particular cases. This is one of the sponsors I hope you never need to use, but if you do, go to lawtigers.com or go to Facebook and type in Law Tigers with your state, and you will get connected to the local office. So if you're in Massachusetts, you go on Facebook and type in Law Tigers Massachusetts, and you'll get in touch with the local office there. Omerta clothing, lifestyle and clothing brand company by my boys, and they make some of the raddest shit out there. You need to check them out at omertamia.com or on Instagram and all the social media, simply at Omertamia, OMERTAMIA. Whether you need a t-shirt, a hoodie, socks, whatever you need, jackets, they got it. And whenever they can, it's on American-made clothing. They do all their screen printing in-house, and yeah, man, they got the raddest shit out there. So check them out at omertamia.com. If you use the promo code BIGTRUTH at checkout there, you will also get 20% off your order there. So it's win, 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 right? Now, if you're into weird shit like the occult and fucking serial killers and drugs and psychedelia and, fucking also into like motorcycle chopper culture and vans and fucking crazy shit, you need to check out my man Zach Doom's clothing company. It's called Heavy. You can find them at heavy.bigcartel.com or on Instagram at Heavy Clothing. They got fucking some of the raddest designs out there, and they have also some antisocial products available for you to check out and peruse. So check them out, heavy.bigcartel.com or Heavy Clothing on Instagram. If you are into motorcycles and riding motorcycles, working on motorcycles, customizing motorcycles, you need to get involved with Chop Cult at chopcult.com. They're probably the biggest online message board dedicated to motorcycling and choppering and all that shit. But yeah, they have a huge online message board. It's all broken up by topics. So if you're into American bikes or British bikes or Japanese bikes or, period choppers or, whatever it is, they got it all laid out for you, easy to find and navigate around. And they also have an online swap meet where you can buy, sell, and trade parts. They have an events page where you can find out what kind of motorcycle-related events are happening in your local area all across the world. And best of all, it's absolutely free to join. So check them out at chopcult.com and on all the social media simply at chopcult. If you are so inclined, check out my shop, which is Chop Ahead. We're a brick and mortar full service motorcycle shop here in Massachusetts, but we also do online ordering. So we sell swag and clothing and parts and stuff online. But we are a walk-in motorcycle shop with a showroom, a parts counter, and a full service shop. So whether you need an oil change or a complete custom chopper built, anything in between, audio for your bike, rebuilds, whatever, hit us up. We do it. Chopahead.com, CHOPPAHEAD. We're set up with everybody, so if there's a part you don't see online because we haven't had the website like fully, stocked up, because it's hard to put everything up on there. We're not an internet company. We're like I said, we're brick and mortar. Hit us up. We can get you whatever you need. 508-995-6764. Or come by 13 County Road, East Freetown, Massachusetts, or just hit us up at chopahead.com. You can email us off there. Check out pitchforkny.com if you're in if you need some more clothing or, some records and shit. They are a mainstay in the punk, metal, and hardcore music industries. They've been around for well over a decade and have some fucking rad designs in their clothing, but also they do a record label as well. They had a back to school 7-inch series where it had an East Coast band on one side and a West Coast band on the other, all on limited color vinyl ways. They're doing a new New York hardcore compilation, so check them out. I think pre-orders are up for that right now, so check them out at pitchforkny.com or on Instagram at pitchfork. And, last but not least, if you want more information on the podcast, check us out at bigtruthpodcast.com. And so without further ado, let's get into today's episode right now.
Sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a liftoff.
Yes, once again, we have liftoff. I want to thank you for tuning into this episode of the Big Truth Podcast. And today we are broadcasting out of Kickstart Cycles in South Hackensack, New Jersey. South Hackensack.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wrong side of the tracks of Hackensack, right? I'm here with Walter, and I got my man Lenny Lashley with me because we were here, and I was procuring some vapor honing technology from my man Walter, and Lenny came for the ride, so we're doing a special broadcast live from Kickstart Cycle.
Thanks, happening? Guys, for coming by. This is it's been quite a Sunday.
Absolutely, a very eventful Sunday.
A lot going on today. It was
with
great.
No dead raccoons,
with no dead mammals. I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, we're only a minute and 22 seconds in.
Oh, the compressor kicked in there, Truth. That's not my stomach rumbling because we haven't eaten. That's a motorcycle. You work in a motorcycle shop. You guys don't know what a motorcycle sounds like?
So that might happen from time to time because we are in a private room.
That sounded bizarre.
Yeah, it sounds weird through the
Yeah,
headphones,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I had to take them off. I was like, yeah, that's a motorcycle. But through the headphones, it sounds like a fucking...
I thought it was an airplane.
I thought it was a seventh gate of Hades opening or something.
The shop's right. We're in the flight. I don't know what you call it. Flight
path, yeah.
Of Teterboro. So, like Beyonce flies over my shop all the time.
Yeah.
On her
Dude,
way
when we
to
like
New
when we
York.
pulled in, it looked like a fucking Concorde or something. I was like, did they?
Oh,
still,
they're
I
some
thought,
crazy
did they still
shit,
make
yeah.
those?
Little jets.
I thought they got rid of the Concords. It was some with like a hooked front. I don't know.
There's like it's true. It's story. I had a guy. I had a big inch flathead motor for sale, and it was a really good deal. And I was talking to like 3 or 4 guys about it, and one guy's like, and I was joking. I'm like $6,500 and a bottle of whiskey, and whoever gets me the best bottle gets the motor, because there was like 3 or 4 guys interested in it. This guy says, I'm going to come up from Delaware, but I'm going to fly in. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And he goes, he has a young guy, 30s, cool guy, builds great bikes. He has like a World War II era training Cessna. And he flies it all over the East Coast. He goes, yeah. I go, how much does that cost to fly up? I thought he was some rich guy. And he goes, $60 in fuel.
Really?
And it took him like less than an hour to get here. So I'm like, I'm doing that for the story. You win.
Yeah.
You can have the motor. So he flew in, came by, fucking in a cab, took the motor, strapped it into his airplane, and flew home.
What kind of whiskey do you bring?
Oh, it was good. He really did. He stepped it up. It was a nice, like private label, like $100, $150 bottle. And it was very nice.
Now, is he going to race? Is he going to put that plane in the Race of Gentlemen? You said it was. Is that? I thought that's where this was
Pre-war.
going.
No,
yeah, it was pre-war, right?
No, but he put the bike together. It looks great. It was a 39 motor, so
Nice.
he wanted a pre-war motor.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was. Bike looks great. We're still friends. He's a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
It was great. Great story.
So it's 6. Like, why don't more of us have planes if it's like $60?
Well, I was going to bring that up. Now,
It's the crashing.
I'm like every gear is turning. I'm like, why don't I have a plane?
well,
right
they're
now?
going to be like within the next 5 or 10 years. Everybody can have one. They're going to be like the little car-shaped ones. Have you seen them at all?
No.
Yeah, you can drive them into the wings come up. You can drive them into a bay like
I
this.
can't tell if he's serious.
No, I'm dead serious.
No, he's usually pretty
dead serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have them. I think the FAA is the only hindrance right now is trying to figure out how to keep crazy guys like us having a bottle of whiskey and driving around in planes everywhere. But
Yeah.
Well, that's like those single-person copters. Like,
Oh, no way. That's living death right there. I mean, can you imagine? Like an
Well, they're doing drones.
experimental. What'd you do this summer? I built a helicopter.
now you know they used to
No.
do those. They used to use pre-unit Triumph motors in those, like when they used to sell them back in the day, like in like the 40s or whatever.
Get out of town.
Yeah, Jay, my old partner, got a motor from a guy, a pre-unit Triumph motor with no miles on it, because it was part of one of those kits, and the guy never put the thing together.
No kidding.
So he got a motor that had never been run, no miles on it.
That's
pre-unit
Can you
motor.
imagine getting that whole kit these days?
Well,
That would
do you
be
understand
crazy.
that when we were Born Free Invited Builders, like my plan was to build one of those
Oh my God, that would have been
and
so
like paint it like 60s metal flake and shit, and just bring it in and say like, imagine how mighty it would have been like we just come over
Yeah.
the canyon and land, be like, you said it's a chopper show. This is a chopper show, right? Like
Oh God.
they were already like pissed at us enough. I was like, so I was like,
I don't remember them being annoyed with you.
they were, because they might have been annoyed with everybody that year.
Probably.
It was
more
literally-
likely.
It was because like they were like, dude, like you haven't been posting pictures. I'm like, I'm clearing out customer work, and then
I know and that. Well, that's a. I don't think they care much anymore. The show is so big.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like, hey man, they're very into participation. They're
Yeah,
like,
no.
how do I become a builder? Build a bike and show the cup.
Yeah.
That was their thing. And they recognized they'd be really good at, Grant and Mike would be really good at like farm team development.
Yeah.
because they really do. They're like, oh, that guy's going to be good in like 5 years, and then these guys come out of nowhere that build these amazing things, and they're like, oh yeah, that's so and so. We saw him like 6 years ago at a little thing. They're so good at picking talent.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You've seen some of the shit that is shown up there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Still my favorite guy of late is the Vintage Technologies guy. Like,
Oh, he does nice work, man.
just insane. Like that dude's doing some fucking. Him and JP Rodman are definitely doing some fucking heavy drugs.
JP's the shit.
and then coming with some shit like the Vintage Technology guy more in like like machine like fucking machined fucking madness.
There was a guy at so we do the Cheap Deal show in, I don't know how to segue into this. So
Believe me, dude, you're gonna get your plugs, buddy.
No, I know.
You're gonna get your plugs, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we had a guy.
How do I segue?
How do I segue into
this?
We had a guy at the show, and I'm so sorry, man. I can't remember.
I'm shitty with names.
His name was, but it was like a company name, and I can't remember.
Vanderbilt?
I know who that is.
I know.
Come on, everybody knows him.
Shout out to Tim Vander.
Yes,
dude.
He moved.
I know.
I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm just like that. I was like, oh yeah, he's in. Where the fuck did he go? He went Ohio.
Yeah.
And I'm
but
crushed that he moved out of Jersey.
Yeah. No, the Northeast lost a good dude. But you know what?
The Midwest, you can borrow him for a little while. We're going to need him back eventually.
Yeah. He's working at a rad shop, and he's going to be.
Oh yeah, the shop he's working at is supposed to be amazing. I haven't seen it.
Awesome dude too. So that would be a good team. That's not I meant to hit this one. There we go. All right, we're back. We had Walter's nephew started a BSA up, and we had to go check it out. So,
dude, my nephew is fucking Fonzie.
That's
he looks
awesome.
So cool on that thing.
What's it? Was it 51?
51, 350.
Nice. Not old enough to get in on the race though.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
That he's riding that on the street. That's his everyday.
Oh, that's going to be his clipping around town.
Yeah.
Tearing up streets of South Hackensack.
I'm so psyched. He's got. I couldn't believe. I got him an Ironhead.
Yeah.
To build, and he's doing a really good job on that. But then this thing came up, and I picked it up from a friend of mine for him, and he's killing it, man.
Yeah,
I'm so psyched.
It's a rad bike.
Yeah. How old is he?
So he just turned 21.
Well, that's good, man. It's good to have young blood in this shit.
Yeah, my son is he's awesome too, but he's just not into bikes.
Yeah,
he's a very technical kid, and he's into computers and programming and stuff like that, and he's fucking smart.
Yeah,
but it kind of sucks he's not into bikes. But yeah, I'm not gonna.
How old is he?
He's 21 too.
Give him some time. By the time he's 35, all of a sudden he'll realize you're cool as fuck and motorcycles are great, and he'll be.
But by the time you're dead, he's gonna think
He's gonna think you were the shit.
Yeah. So before we broke for that, we were talking about Vander and how he moved to Ohio to work for a chop machine.
Yeah.
And it's a good spot. And shout out to Chop Machine, fucking good dude.
I hope you guys know what a great dude you got.
Absolutely.
We're gonna need him back.
Yeah,
eventually. So
should we get him on the phone to fuck with him about why he left?
No, that's okay.
All right.
We don't want him to cry.
Yeah. He's gonna hear the accents and miss it compared to the whatever
Toledo
in the
doesn't.
Midwest
They don't have an
whatever
accent.
the Toledo-in accent is. Yeah.
They got a tuxedo. Don't they have the penguin? Tennessee tuxedo was from Toledo.
Was he?
I don't know. I'm just fucking
I'm just trying to think of something.
Lenny's the color man. He just on this podcast. He's just gonna come in with some shit every now and then
I always,
just to baffle us and derail shit. Like, that's what they call a guy for that, right? The color man?
Color commentary, baby.
color commentary. You know what? Now I know why you do this, because I'm having a ball.
Yeah, it's the best thing.
Literally, I've not laughed this much in ages, especially being, locked down and nobody,
Dude, and the other best thing about it is not all, but most of the podcasts I've done have been with people I know. Mm-hmm. And you still learn shit about your buddies, your friends and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it's always good, man. Like, it's just a good time.
I always say it's like when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I know that guy. He wouldn't do that, or he would do that." You have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
My best friends, I've known since I was 16 years old. I have no fucking clue what he thinks. I really don't. You don't know people. You know. Oh, he would never do that.
The guy next door.
Oh, yes, he would.
Yes, absolutely.
He's probably a cannibal.
Yeah. It's like we were talking about on the way. I don't know if you're aware of this, but like there's been like different robotic and artificial intelligence and like different there's been more research and more development into some of those areas. We were talking about the robot dogs.
The Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
Hey, he knows.
Yeah, exactly.
That's some scary shit.
Yeah.
Sure is.
That is some scary. New York, they made him give him back. They gave one to New York, Manhattan, and then they took it out on the stupidest thing. Like they're doing like a warrant for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like simple as
unpaid fines or something.
Exactly. Parking ticket.
Yeah.
And they sent this dog into the apartment. I'm totally fucking the story up. I'm sure it was something there, but everyone was more freaked out by the existence of the dog.
Of course.
Yeah.
That they were like, fuck that. And
well, you know how they're trying to desensitize us to all that? It's the fucking things they got going in the grocery store. I don't know if they have them out here.
Yeah,
by us in Massachusetts, like a lot of like the local grocery chain is like Stop and Shop and shit. Mm-hmm. It's just called Stop and Shop, not the and shit. I just added the and shit.
Stop and Shop and shit.
Yeah. That's mine. That's my play on it.
That's my local.
No, but they have like these fucking robots that go around the store all day and clean. And then they try and do things like put googly eyes on them to make them less like threatening. Yeah. But like, I fucking hate the thing because it always seems to be following me around if I go.
Well, they
are
following you around. They don't just clean. Those things are there to monitor you.
Thing,
oh, really?
Yeah.
So they look at me and
they look at you and they shop. You're not supposed to be shoplifting.
You're not supposed to be shoplifting.
Well, I mean,
that's pretty much
you're
everywhere.
Not supposed to be, I think.
Yeah. So they have like video. There's cameras in that or something.
Definitely.
Yeah,
they monitor. They monitor.
I was wondering. I was like, am I being freaked out or does this fucking thing follow me around? Like,
honestly, they just had a Stu Leonard's. They just opened a Stu Leonard's. I think it's Canadian or something.
I don't know what that is. Is it a grocery store?
It's a grocery store.
Okay.
But they
out here in
I don't know where they're from. I think they're from up by you or Canada. Sorry, Canada. Yeah. So I go there the other day, and it's so bizarre. And on top of the shelves, they have these little animatronic cows and bundles of corn that just sing songs and shit. And you press a button, and they sing these songs. Honestly, I thought that's where you were going. It was like, oh yeah, there's these little It's like Chuck E. Cheese opened a fucking grocery store.
Dumbing down of grocery shoppers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then it's like
it's smart to get the kids,
because you can only go one way. You know, like in like a ShopRite or a Stop and Shop, you know, they got the rows and you can
do whatever you
freestyle. Want. This one, you have to follow this path, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate
so if you forgot something, and you got to go
going back is like
you got to start at the beginning.
Fucking everybody's day up.
Yeah. I would purposely be the go back guy. Yeah. Like I just be like, we got to film an episode or something in there. And we got to keep going back. Like, oh shit, I forgot that was 2 aisles back.
And then it's so uncomfortable. But yeah. No, we don't have the cleaning robots yet. Yeah. But I'm torn. I'm more worried about AI in computer systems than I am. Autonomous robots. Well, I mean, because I can still kick a robot over.
Well, you ain't seen that dog and what they've done in the last couple of years with it. You can kick it over, it can get right back up. They've done some amazing shit with that thing now, bro.
And I don't think it's Boston Dynamics or General Dynamics, but we're talking about what led on this road is you mentioned cannibalism. So we got to robots
again,
but there's a company. There's a company, there's a company that is developing a robot like made for war for the battlefield.
No.
And allegedly, look this up. I can't remember the company, but the part of the development of it was so that it would keep going, is that it could survive off the corpses of dead soldiers.
No.
Look it up, dude.
No,
I ain't making shit up.
No, that's some.
I don't know, but anybody listening,
I don't know.
If you're listening, raise your hand if you long for the taste of human
what do you
flesh.
say? Let us know in the comments.
Like and subscribe, and let me know if you like the taste of human flesh.
All right, this has gone completely off the rails.
Wait,
I don't believe that.
I'm Googling it
How
right
could
now.
you? How could a robot? What are you? He's going to eat an arm to charge his batteries?
It's energy, bro.
No,
It totally is energy.
listen. There's no way.
Energetically autonomous tactical robot, aka EATR, EATR.
Let me see this.
Military researchers developed corpse-eating robots, dude. That ain't me making shit up. You look, that's right on the first page of Google's.
Yeah, wait a minute. This is not CNN reporting this shit. Okay.
Wired.com. Wired
Wait
is-
a minute. Okay, I didn't see that.
That's the first one.
Get the hell
Wired.com,
outta
dude.
here. Research seemed to get a kick
Motherfuckers
out of
want to
it.
challenge my knowledge of weird and scary
listen,
shit.
okay.
No, not you.
Listen. If I didn't admit I was wrong, I wouldn't admit nothing.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Okay, I will. Researchers seem to get a kick out of ensuring the demise of the human species. So the project is called the Energetically Autonomous Tactical Robot, or EATR.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
Yeah, exactly. It's all fun and games till the fucking eater robot shows up at the fucking house fucking hungry. I'm not a small dude.
you know
Like,
what?
they're going to come right for me.
I am not. I'm a bit of a libertarian. When they start sending robots instead of actual humans to your house to talk to you
shit.
about shit, that's where I draw the fucking line.
Or when they start developing robots that eat fucking corpses to survive.
I gotta
Imagine if
look
that
up
shit
that.
had AI. And it
my
was just
God.
like,
That's
dude,
what I'm worried about.
I don't want to
That's
die.
honestly-
I'm going to eat motherfuckers.
Well, everybody here is old enough to have seen the first Terminator. It's mind blowing that nobody else has seen it.
Oh Jesus. Anyway, but I'm totally against the cannibal robot. All right.
Well, I'm glad you are, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little on the fence about it. I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking.
Who the fuck put money in that guy's hand?
I know.
Who came up with that idea? Guys,
We could.
I got a hell of
you
an
want to go
idea.
down that road?
I mean, it just doesn't seem like it should exist.
No.
Agreed.
Well, if you scroll a couple down, it says the flesh-eating robot is actually a vegetarian.
Oh no, that's even better.
Well, there's debate going on about it. So, yeah.
How does it make, lettuce into battery power?
I don't know, because it seems a lot easier to make blood into battery power.
It metabolizes.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying
Listen,
shit.
flesh makes a much better battery.
Yeah. Fucking skin bags make better. Fucking energy.
Brave new fucking world, man. That is some crazy shit.
Oh, it's beyond that. Yeah, but that's
I like old motorcycles and carburetors.
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's like the height of technology for me is like a Super E.
Yeah.
That seems like a
See,
good.
but I don't know about you guys, but I got some good new ideas out of this for the next Cheap Thrills or Born Free bill. We're gonna have a fucking flesh-eating motorcycle.
Boston Dynamics. I have a fantastic idea for you.
But that'll be under the moniker of my new business, Boston Dynamdicks. Dynamdicks.
You know what?
Boston Dynamdicks.
Those are the guys, the same guys who made the dogs made the dancing robot thing, and now
That
they're
thing
making a
freaks me out.
Yeah.
dude. Now they're making the warehouse robot. Have you seen this? Mm-mm. It's a base. It's about a 2x2 base. It's about the size of a pallet, and it's got a huge arm on the top of it, and it goes into trucks, picks up boxes with like this vacuum thing, and sorts it out. It's gonna put so
Teamsters are right
many
out of business,
people
right? Yeah.
out of friggin' business because it's elegant in its movements. It's really phenomenal how smooth these things
Probably
are.
by design. They make them kind of cute. The dancing guy's kind of cute until you realize what.
Can you imagine that thing running at you? No.
No.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary
But
because you can't punch that thing hard enough to
You know what
stop
I was
it.
saying to Truth the other day too. You know what? As far as crowd control, America very big on whether you like it or not. Right to keep and
This is
bear
the
arms.
Stop and Shop robot, just by the.
Oh,
Those are the
no.
ones going around the grocery
Yeah,
store.
no.
I just wanted to show you.
No.
You know what doesn't? You know what?
I would take that thing down.
You know what doesn't stop?
to.
Bullets don't stop. Just in case you were wondering, folks. Even if you have heavy guns, bullets don't stop robot fucking dogs, cannibalistic robot
No, I
dogs.
think a shotgun, you ruin that thing pretty quick.
I got this round called the kitchen sink round
What is
for
it?
shotguns. I'll show you a picture. I'll send you a picture later.
That'll take
But
out
it's,
anything,
It's
probably, yeah.
basically got like fucking round discs, like metal round discs. It's got slugs.
Shrapnel,
It's got like.
Oh my God, I
It's
know.
got shot.
Yeah.
It's got like everything. It's everything except the kitchen sink.
I used to have flechette rounds.
Yes.
And I don't know why these exist because if you can't get it done with double-aught buck, you can't get it done.
Yeah.
But they had there's this one.
Those are the ones with like needles, right?
No, the
no.
flechettes are yes, they're like needles. But
Well, that's for the woods in the jungle, so that it cuts through brush. You talking about the bolo rounds too?
Yeah, the bowler rounds.
Yes.
It's like they have these two little weights and a piece of wire, so it just
Yeah.
spins and it's.
Insidious little bastard.
And then I'm like, why do I even need? I got rid of them because I just didn't like the idea of them. But I do love a beanbag round. I would shoot my mother with a beanbag.
Oh,
round.
jeez.
I'm not.
No,
gonna-
a girl
like,
died in Boston getting shot in the
Yeah.
face by a beanbag
Yeah.
brown.
Well, not in the face. You don't shoot people in the
Well,
fucking
she was
face.
on a light pole. They didn't know they were going to get her in the face, probably.
Oh, a cop shot her with
Yeah,
a beanbag
yeah.
round?
Yes.
When the
You know what?
when the
Red Sox.
won,
Red
right?
Sox game, yeah.
Jesus. What was she doing?
She was celebrating
Just
with
being
everybody else. College kid climbing a pole or something, and
They should go to shoot her down and they shot her
They
in the face.
say less than lethal, and dude, get a net. What the fuck is wrong with you? All right, you don't. You know what? Not everything needs a shotgun as an answer. You know, a net or a pillow.
Since the guy
would
who
have been,
said
you
I
know?
would shoot my mother with a beanbag.
You know what I'm saying is I got 3 rounds, and the first 2 are beanbag rounds. So if you center punch some guy with a beanbag round and he gets up again, second round, I'm sleeping well at the end of this story. Is my point.
Yeah.
You give him 2 chances, and if he gets up the third time, third one's double-aught box.
Strike 3, yeah.
And
That's the strike
that's
3
it.
round,
So I'm
yeah.
like, listen, man, I really tried to let him. I
had 2
didn't
outs.
want to kill the guy.
You had 2 outs. Dude. Yeah, that's smart.
But yeah, you just, and then, nobody wants to kill nobody. That's
Yeah.
a fucking lot of weight.
So I got a dragon's breath round, and then a flechette round, and then the kitchen sink round. And
He's going the total wrong way. He's
my
like,
3 strikes.
I'm getting it done.
Motherfucker, if you're on fire and still coming at me, then you're gonna get a bolo.
but I think
Taking your head off.
we have established the one thing that all of these rounds are good for is taking a pot shot at some kind of robot dog.
Yeah, exactly. Our point is that I really do think because it's got to have a sensor array to know where it's going. It can't.
Yeah.
It can't just be a guy on a joystick telling it what to do. It's got to have some.
Yeah.
Like they say, like on a horse, you can run a horse through woods really fucking fast and not worry about steering because the horse is
Innately
not going
knows.
to put you into a tree.
Yeah, because the horse does not want to go into a tree.
Exactly. So the dog doesn't want to go into a tree
Well, that's
either.
where
So
the
it has
AI
its
comes in.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it just depends how thick the steel around the
Don't give them any ideas. Make it thin, guys. You got to save weight. Aluminum for those dogs would be great.
I'm sure they thought about the gun turrets.
I
already
know.
too, bro.
yeah, like 16 gauge.
But it's fucking scary that they're gonna be on the battlefield. They're gonna be in police stations. I guarantee in 20 years, every cop shop is gonna have a tactical robot, and that bothers me.
Just like right now, like I live in a small town, and they have one of those fucking like military vehicles because the state or whatever was buying them for
Oh, the
everyone.
low frequency.
Yeah.
You go, ooh.
But the thing is like
Oh no,
that
he's
big,
talking about like the
big
tanks,
armored,
a Bradley.
yeah. But it's like I get it, like the town, the state's giving it to you or whatever, but like, why do you need that?
Yeah, in Freetown.
Why do you need that in the woods? Like, you know, like you're really responding to like fucking drunk asses doing dumb shit is mostly what you responded to, or some domestic shit or whatever. But like, you don't need fucking military. We don't need the cops more militarized. That's all.
No.
In my head, you know what I mean. And I'm not being anti-cop or pro-cop. I'm just saying I don't need militarized cops.
No,
Well,
that's being, I think, pretty normal.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I mean,
know?
I'm cool with all of that, right? So, but here's one
With
question.
all of what?
The one, well, they have it. So just to play the devil's advocate, they have all the stuff anyway, right? So like, doesn't it beg to wonder, well, you can have robot dogs and you can have fucking that other stuff too, but why can't I have a robot dog in one of those?
Because I don't want you having a robot dog that could kill
Well, that's
me.
probably
I
good.
really don't.
That's
But if you got a robot dog,
that's pretty smart thinking, actually. We don't know each other well, but that's...
but if you got one, then I want to eat a robot. How come I can't have an eater robot
Well,
that I just let loose at like shows?
Oh my God.
sounds like fun to me.
I don't know how we got onto this. This is a fascinating
He said the word camel.
conversation.
That's why these things are great, because we're just sitting in the garage. Well, your drum shop, fucking talking shit.
Yeah, we should talk about the drums, man, too. Fucking drums are rad in here.
Thank you. I've had I used to be a drum tech for bands, and I used to tour for a living, and I'm a drummer, and I've had the drum business called Demon Drums for probably 20 years, and we finally got to get everything under one roof. So we have the drum shop on one end of the building and the bike shop on the other end. So it's pretty cool having everything.
Oh hell yeah,
close
man.
by.
And and so you have a bunch of you have an archive of drums with different drum sounds that you rent out, but you're also building them.
Yeah, we build custom snare drums, mostly in percussion. We'll do like a lot of hand percussion. I'm making a line of cowbells that I'm welding up. I love doing more than anything. Building snare drums. Snare drums are the thing that it's the center of the kit, and a guy will have like a professional drummer may have one or two kits, but it have like 50 snare drums.
Yeah.
You can it's color, it's sound, it's
How they cut through a mix.
the most important drum in the mix, as it were. So building custom snares is really cool because everyone is unique and different. You can try weird shit.
Exotic woods, too, that makes difference in the sound.
They do. You know, like rosewood. We're going to do like a staved shell rosewood, which I haven't seen before. And we're doing a staved shell oak and pine drums just to, pine's a shitty wood to make anything out of, but it might have a cool tone to it, and you never know until you.
We made some good
till you do it.
Telecasters out of the pine. The old,
The guy on Carmine Street in the city. That guy's amazing.
Yeah, I seen him.
Yeah.
They use all the 100-year-old wood, man.
That's where I got the idea.
Cindy Guitars, is that the name of the place?
No, it's I gotta look it up, but he's it's an older guy. He's been there forever.
That's so rad.
If you're 100 years old and you still got wood, God bless you.
Yeah. He what he does is I feel horrible not knowing the guy's name. I follow him on Instagram, but what he'll do is he'll wait until a building's getting renovated, and then he'll go and try to
Swoop in and
get a beam.
Yeah.
Out of it. So he's had beams from CBGBs.
Yeah.
McSorleys.
How cool is that?
Yeah, and it's literally a piece of New York history.
Yeah.
That you can play. He's the coolest.
Yeah, it's
motherfucker
really
around.
rad. I love that idea.
So we do a lot of repairs on vintage drums and new drums, and we rent vintage kits and snares for recordings and stuff like that. And this is just stuff I've collected, and my partners and I have collected over the years, and it's cool. It's a good.
Fuck yeah, man.
It breaks the day up.
Yeah, and it's like anything, man. With like what we do, we all do different shit because you got to have different hustles to.
Dude, I got like 5 hard hustles.
Yeah.
You know, everyone thinks like, oh, he's got a bike shop. He must be doing great.
Yeah, Yeah.
It's like, you want to make $1 million in the motorcycle business? Start with 4, and it's not a great.
Yeah. No, I know.
If you want to get rich, there's so many better ways to do it.
Especially in New England,
Well, none of us are
or like
getting
the
rich.
Northeast, where
Yeah.
we have like riding seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you live in the desert, or you live in like Southern California or something year round, you can do well.
You got 9 months that
Yeah.
you can be on your bike. Here we got
4, 5
yeah, and
good months. People ride more.
Yeah.
But
it's I got something to hit, a number to hit every month.
Yeah.
And it takes a little hustle.
yeah.
Well, at least you follow your passion too with it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of people got a lot worse than that. You got to go to a cubicle and do that, and
Yeah.
akin to going to jail. At least you.
There's been times where I'm like, I'm getting a regular job and fuck all this. And, but then you know what?
Yeah,
just to not have to listen to somebody and do exactly what I want to do. It's expensive, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because when's the last time you had a regular ass fucking job?
Even my regular ass job wasn't a regular ass job.
Like,
I
when
was a
you were-
roadie.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's why I don't count that as a regular ass job. But before that, you know what I mean?
I worked at the last regular. The last regular job I had, I worked for MTV, and I was the band coordinator for the Jon Stewart show when it was on MTV.
Okay.
So I have to go in the morning, meet the band, and get them set up for the show, and then we tape at like 4:00. That was in the 80s.
Yeah.
But that was like it was corporate and it was weird. I made it as long as the show was on the air, and then they were like, yeah, maybe you should go back on the road, Walt. So that was literally the last
Yeah.
normal job I can remember having.
And even as far as jobs go, it was a normal job, but not real. It's not, it wasn't like you were sitting at the desk of like a financial company or something.
No, I remember Big Nick. He told me he worked for when he was
insurance.
He was insurance, and I was like, and it was so bizarre. Like Big Nick is this just massive.
He was texting me right now. That's what I was looking
Really?
at. Yeah.
Tell him I said hi. He's this massive, bald bodybuilder, and he's been a bodybuilder since he was a kid. So he's this just massive, mean slab of meat. And for him, yes, I'm in the insurance business. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
He runs a shop now in California. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's his shop?
Industry Customs.
Industry Customs.
Yeah. And he shares a space, a shop
With
space
Ari.
with Ari.
Yeah. Both of those guys are fucking
killing it.
boatload of talent. Yeah. Nick was the first guy I met that I remember his dad made his trees for him.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is like 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah. His father had a machine shop.
And I was like, you can do that? And I was like, I'm getting a mill. Like, that was my goal.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how you do that? I'm getting a mill. And I remember that. About Nick. Nick was awesome.
Yeah. His father, I still got a set of his father's tall risers that he made. He made like 2 sets. He gave Nick one and me. His father, this is a little known fact. Nick's father has a tattoo portrait of me in a sombrero that we took a picture at fucking south of the border, and I had like a fucking a poncho and a fucking sombrero on, and Nick's father has a tattoo of that portrait on his leg.
I never met his dad, but he sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, his father's cool. Nick and him didn't talk for a while, and now I think they're cool again. But that's
Probably an
not
argument
for
over
this,
the tattoo.
But I would love to see how the tattoo aged, because I haven't seen his father in probably like 10 years. Yeah, but
I have the one thing I got to say in drums and motorcycles, I have met the coolest people I've ever met because of these two weird passions I have, And honestly, it's like some of the motorcycle people I've met, I'm going to be friends with them until I'm fucking dead. I know it. And it's just because of, I love that. It's like, hey, you like motorcycles too? Cool. We're going to be friends.
Yeah.
I joke around. It's like, if you're from Jersey, we're going to get along on a base level, because Jersey people are weird and they're proud of Jersey.
talk about
Like, fucking Bon Jovi.
yeah, fuck yeah, living on a prayer.
Boston people are like that too. A little
I
bit.
know,
Yeah.
but we're going to get along. Hey, you're from Jersey. I've met guys in like Germany.
Yeah.
Hey, where are you from? Hackensack, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
and like, we're both from
but
the
here's the
same
thing about that.
county, you know?
Like, I noticed this. If you're out of the country and you meet someone from the States, even though you might not be cool with them, if you met them in the States,
Oh, yeah.
you're cool.
So, oh,
it's
we're buddies now.
Yeah, it's Americans versus everybody, right? When you're out there. I'm just kidding, but,
I worked for Iron Maiden for a little while, and I was the only American. I was the youngest guy in the crew and the only American on the crew.
Yeah.
And Nico's drum tech took some time off, and then I kind of filled in for him for like 2 years, like 18 months or something like that. And they were fantastic, fucking unbelievable bunch of guys. Couldn't say enough good things about him. And I just got totally sideways on the story. I forgot what my point was.
Meaning you being the only American on the crew.
Oh yeah. So every time we'd be in South America and Europe all the time. So anytime I bumped into an American, I was like, oh my God, hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah. I was just because, dude, be on a crew with a bunch of English guys and be young American guys. I got my balls broken.
Oh yeah,
in ways I never knew were possible.
Yeah,
and I was like,
how much Premier League soccer can you talk with one fucking dude anyway?
On days off, they had their own soccer gear, uniforms, and stuff on the days off. Like Steve would be out, playing soccer against a local teams and stuff. It was
he's
fucking crazy.
He's a West Ham guy, right? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, burgundy and light blue.
Yeah, they made that rad custom bass for him a couple of years ago with that.
Great bunch of guys. But so you're from Jersey. We know the same kind of shit. We're gonna be friends. If you're from Jersey and you like motorcycles, we're fucking friends. We're buddies. Yeah. I got your number. I'm calling you. If you're from Jersey, you fucking ride a motorcycle and you're a drummer, we're best friends.
Yeah.
We're gonna be best friends,
guys are sleeping,
whether you like it or not.
You guys sleeping on a bunk bed in what was the movie? Step Brothers. Step Brothers.
Yeah. I still have never seen that. You know what? I know. I'm gonna go watch it tonight because I've never seen it, and everybody always quotes it to me, and I've never seen it.
That's why you gave me such a weird look. I'm like, how's this motherfucker never saw? Before you even said it, I was like, he's never seen Step Brothers.
Oh my God!
Because there's one line where they were like, "Did we just become best friends?" Because they're talking about all the shit they like, and they're like, "Yeah." And by the way, I'm telling Spot and George that you have his Built Well crate.
He knows.
All right,
he knows.
I know now. I know where that missing crate is because I've heard for years there's been a big look for the fucking Spot and George's fucking milk crate from Built Well.
I got everybody's milk crate from Built Well.
I just noticed that. I was looking.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
We did a show a few years ago of sissy bars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's how we mounted them.
Oh okay. That's right. Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah.
And I'm not getting rid of George's milk crate. Are you kidding?
He's such a good dude, man.
I love George because everything, you can tell what music George is into by looking at his bike.
Yeah.
That's what I love about George. He is a fucking metal fan.
Yeah.
And there's no way you can miss it. Yeah. His designs are very metal.
Yeah.
In the best way possible.
You can usually tell a metal guy. There's a couple of them. We won't out all the metal guys, but you can tell. But George has got a subdued metal. Like it's a refined metal guy bike. It's not like in your face with like big fucking.
No, that's what I mean. It's well designed.
Yes.
And it has, that's the thing. You can tell something George built.
Yeah.
By just look, that's George's frame. That's George's front end. And it has a certain look. That's the hardest thing. It's guys like Paul and Paul Cox and George, where you have a fucking signature.
Yeah.
And people could tell by just your fab work. I mean, that's
and George's frames and front ends, man.
Yeah. I always wait I just wish I never have the extra money.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, George, I was so stoked when I got one of my customers, one of our clients that we work with to get a George frame.
That's cool.
I was like, fuck yeah, man. I was like, I'm living vicariously. That's half of the fun of a bike shop. You live vicariously through your clients. Like, you're like, you want one of those? Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get you one of those. Because I wish I had one of those.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, I have some really great customers and they trust me and once they get comfortable, they'll let you build your bike for them.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
we were talking about that this morning before we left. How
Don't divulge details of that.
No, I wouldn't. I know that. But isn't that the best way? Like,
What's the one that'll be? I'm going to bring to Cheap Toys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
it's really an art form. I mean, I'm new to the bike thing, but that's how I got to be friends with Truth, because I admired and loved what he did as an art form. So, and all the guys that I've seen, you can't go in and dictate. You wouldn't tell Van Gogh how to paint Starry Night.
I know, but there's not a lot of Van Goghs out there.
No,
building
no,
bikes.
no.
But there are. I mean, it's like I'm not even. Please, I'm not in anybody's anything, but just to have somebody trust me enough, that means a lot.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
And it really makes me feel good.
And on top of it, they're going to get more than they asked or paid for because they're going to let you spread your wings and you're going to do something fucking badass.
I have Jesus Christ. I don't think I've ever charged a customer for every hour I've put into a bike. You can't. But I tell you what, man, it's like if it's something really cool, I'll go a couple days and not send them an invoice.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's like I really want to do it this way, and it may not make sense at the end of the day, but
it's part of you. You love it.
But it's like with anything, you go into a tattoo shop and you talk to an artist and you let them do their thing. They're going to give you more than you.
I know. You know what?
Usually, if it's a good artist, you know.
No, I totally believe that, but I've let. You have to say, listen, okay, this is what I want.
Yes.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
But I want your version of that.
Yeah.
I used to go, make it black and do whatever the fuck you want.
right.
Black is the base color, and then let them go, because I thought that you would get the best job with the least amount of steering.
Yeah.
And until I'll show you the bike. It's next door. This kid, Cody, he's an awesome kid. He's got a pan shovel next door. We sent his tins out to get painted by a very well-known guy. And he goes, yeah, I would like some flames and blue. Okay? That's all he said to the guy. Okay? It came back mint green and black with, what do they call that when you paint it with the carbon? When you do a sooty flame.
Oh yeah.
With that, it looks amazing, and luckily he was very happy with it.
But it's nothing like.
But it's not even in the same fucking spot.
Yeah.
It's like little steers, but. It's a goal.
I got a similar case brewing a little bit, but I'll tell you about it after off mic.
Okay.
But it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's not like fuck you, dude. I'm doing what I want.
He didn't. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. That wasn't malicious.
No, it was just,
or anything. But I think he just probably mixed up this color and went, "Oh, dude, this color is the shit."
Yeah.
And but he should have reached out. That's a massive.
Yeah.
Artistic decision without referring to the asking the customer.
Right.
But for custom bikes, like I like a customer to come in and be like, show me some things they like so I have an idea. Because if someone doesn't want like a long bike with a king and queen seat,
course.
I don't want to, like if that's what they want, I don't want to build them like a short fucking, tall, short and tall bike. I want to build them what they want. But if it's just having the, like I don't think I'm gonna take any more builds unless we operate on this. Like you can give me the parameters of what you want, but you just gotta let me fucking do it. And
I think most people like you and I get people get that about us too. I think
we've had some in the past where people micromanage and it's like, no, you gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. Like you know what I mean? Like
I got one guy who's a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But he's just super enthusiastic.
No, that's different. That's different.
And it's like, dude, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not done. I keep telling you.
Yeah.
But he's a sweet kid.
Yeah. If someone's not meaning to be a pain in the ass.
No. Because dude, this shit takes a long time and it's really expensive, and people people are psyched and they want to fucking ride it. But it takes a long time.
Yeah. Especially when fucking like shops. Like it's not like this is the only bike. You know what I mean? Or like right now I'm down, guys.
I'm here. I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
And luckily I have David, my new guy, is working out really good, and he's coming along, and my nephew helps out, and and but I'm here by myself, and I'm trying to get. I'm taking no new work. I'm like zero new work until I clear the clock.
Right. Yeah,
but it's hard, man. It's you only get so I got to sleep.
Yeah.
And I like my wife. I like. I want to go
good. That's always
with
good.
my wife. So
Yeah.
But it's a fucking. I'm not complaining. It's that people trust me enough to go knock yourself out. And I'll pay you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, dude, I know there was going to be a kind of big announcement we were going to do about, some of the things you got coming up. Let's talk a little bit about that. Well, for those that don't know, Walter has taken over like from number 2 till now. He's been running single-handedly the Gypsy Run, but you also have the Cheap Thrills show.
Cheap Thrills with my buddy Dusty, who is the best partner. Honestly, and I'm not kissing his ass because I'm doing a podcast. He is, he's a joy to do shows with. It's like when you find that one guy, it's like, all right, cool. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And we want the same kind of thing. He's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like when me and Packer do our show, it's like fucking great because there's things that are his strong point, there's things that are my strong point, and they complement each other, and it's like, all right.
It's very hard to find a guy like that.
Absolutely.
And then luckily Dusty and I are work really great together. And we do Cheap Thrills in Asbury.
Yes.
We've been doing that for the past 5 years, and so we do that in the convention center, which is right on the boardwalk, and it's a gorgeous building. It's like built in the 30s, and it's stunning, and it's a great place to put on a show, and it's been going good, but it can only get so big because of the building.
Yeah, the limitation of the environment. It's like the fish tank thing. Like the fish only get so big.
Exactly.
If they can, as big as the tank. Yeah.
Excellent way to put it. And we're trying to figure out ways to expand the show in Asbury, but we're going to keep on doing that show. But we're doing another show this year, so we're going to have a few different options for people, and we're actually taking over Seaside Heights for a weekend, and we're doing. We took over the Hershey Hotel, is our home base, and it's a classic, like really Jersey Shore style hotel. Actually, they filmed that show in this town.
Heights, yeah.
It's horrible, but I don't think Snooki's going to show up.
Oh, maybe. Never know.
So we have this hotel. We rented the entire hotel. There's a kidney-shaped pool in the middle. All of the rooms overlook the pool. So we're going to have a chopper party around the pool Saturday night. We're having bands all night. Wait, let me start from the top.
Yeah.
Friday night, September 24th. Okay. 10 o'clock in the morning, 200 swap meet vendors, food trucks, coffee truck, Ball of Death, High Wire Act, bands from 10 a.m. From until 6 p.m., mini bike drag racing.
Wow.
Mini bike TT, a van show, a Sportster show, a performance show. I'm doing like built FXRs and race bikes and real proper fast shit.
Yeah.
And
I didn't think you were going to put on a interpretive performance piece.
I did.
Interpretive dance.
Yeah.
And then that's just Friday.
Now, is this part of Cheap Thrills or is this?
This is Cheap. This is a Cheap Thrills production.
Expanded.
Yeah, so it's just Cheap Thrills Seaside. We're just going to keep it easy, and that's just Friday, and then Friday night we have get together at the hotel, and then we're taking over a bar on the boardwalk, which is 2 blocks from the hotel. You could literally walk the entire weekend. Ride in, park your bike at the hotel,
smart,
and then walk back and forth. Beer stations everywhere, bikini contest. I mean, it's crazy what they're letting us get away with.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a lot of shit for one day.
No, that's
it's a
Friday and Saturday.
weekend, yeah.
So over the like the chopper parties on Saturday,
Okay.
and then Friday night we have we're taking over a bar. We got more bands playing till all hours of the night, and then Saturday, same thing again. More racing. Then we take all the winners from the van show, to this show, to that show, move them all to the hotel. Saturday night is the chopper pool party. And it's just crazy. We're trying to make the biggest circus out of it, and for $20.
That sounds so rad.
Yeah,
So you get in everywhere. You buy a wristband, $20 wristband. You get in everywhere except the bars, but you get a discount at the door if you have the wristband.
Okay.
So we're living up to our title. We're really trying to like give the most we possibly can for $20.
Fuck yeah, man. So you guys heard it. Where can people find more information about the show?
CheapThrillsShow.com, or you can check out our Instagram on it's Cheap Thrills NJ.
Yeah.
And we're going to start, just go to the website, and then you can find out, you'll find out about if you want a vendor spot, or if you want to get a hotel room or anything. We're going to have everything after this weekend. We're going to have almost everything up on the site. So
Cool. So this podcast is going to come out after this weekend, like right now. Yeah, because the podcast is going to come out Wednesday.
cool. Yeah, we'll be ready for you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. So make sure you go check out Cheap Thrills NJ on Instagram and Cheap Thrills Show. But yeah, dude, what else, man?
Oh, how about we give your listeners a free weekend?
Absolutely. I know we had kind of mentioned something like that. How you want to do that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But you decide. I'm sure you can come up with a clever way to give something away, but I will give a hotel room for the weekend, Friday and Saturday, a bag of swag, and a wristbands for the whole weekend.
Wow. Nice prize.
So all you got to
package
do
there.
is show up.
Yeah. All right, let's think about this.
Or the aforementioned robot dogs.
Yeah, I was going to say, we think
First person to finish a eater robot. Come on.
Bring me the head of a robot dog.
Bring me the head of a Stop and Shop fucking robot. But for real.
Truth just showed me a picture of these things. They're creepy. They're worse with the googly eyes.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you, motherfucker. Don't try and make this thing cute. Like, it's fucking...
You know what? You're in the wrong business if you don't trust your customers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to have an autonomous robot keeping an eye on that somebody's not stealing icing or a loaf of bread, I mean, come on.
Yeah, but and the crazy thing is, right, like, so also on top of that, that's taking jobs away because you used to have security guards, whether they're clothed or
My
undercover.
sister did that at A&P.
Yeah, and it's also taking away people like cleaning up because it's mopping the whole time. But it's also, and like you said, that warehouse one, like,
That's going to be
and guess who the first motherfuckers that are going to be using that is like Amazon and all
Yeah,
that
no
shit.
kidding.
And then that's always everyone's saving grace about Amazon opening tax-free fucking warehouses in their city. Well, it's going to create jobs. Well, not until they bring the robots, motherfucker. And then now these motherfuckers are going to be at tax-free 5 more years. Like,
Listen,
fuck you.
if
It's tough.
how can I put this? If you keep on fucking over the little guy,
Yeah.
the guy who needs a job, the guy on the bottom of the ladder, there's going to be nothing left to fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not going to be participating in the economy and putting money into the economy, because guess what that guy with a good paying job can do? Pay other people
Yeah.
to do shit and buy stuff that he needs. And I'm like, I don't understand where fucking people don't understand this. People got to eat.
Yeah.
And if they don't,
And there's, guess what? There's no shortage of fucking people. Like, we got a lot of people. And if you're taking away jobs, like, and you're not creating new ones, what do you think is going to fucking happen?
That's all.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
saying.
It's all conjecture. But, something's going to happen.
You just remember, man, you can.
That's where the robot dogs come in.
That's the robot dogs
Are
will
you
keep us
following this
in
thing?
line.
Eat a robot.
Are you following the conversation?
Eat a robot's got to eat someone.
That's right.
You're gonna
Wow.
be, yeah, man. You're gonna be food, but yeah, and that's also why you should support local shops, no matter what it is, and and not bring your fucking tire to a motorcycle shop. Buy the tire from the motorcycle shop.
All right, you know what? Truth. All right, we're gonna do a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Between the both of us, shops make money by selling you parts. Okay. The easiest way to piss off a motorcycle guy is to bring your own parts without asking.
Yeah. Now I get it. Like sometimes people buy you something for your birthday or they give you a gift card and whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've heard every fucking story. But when guys come in, I'm always like, what? Amazon doesn't fucking install those tires yet? They don't mount and balance yet? And then I get scared because I'm like, wait, Amazon might fucking stop mounting at some point. And I'm just fucking.
There's a chance of that.
Well, there's that. Where's that TireRack.com
Yeah.
thing? They're not a sponsor.
No.
I hope they're not a sponsor.
No.
Because, it's like their thing is, we'll ship you tires from a distributor, central spot, charge you retail, but then, and then they'll charge a shop to install them for you. I don't know how that works. They're
don't
like
either.
it's like one of these, like, how Uber is like a middleman.
Yeah.
That's all they do is put the guy who needs a ride with the guy who has a ride.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
They're not producing anything. They're not really helping anything. They're just,
They ain't paying their drivers insurance, helping the drivers with insurance, that's for sure.
Listen, if you did that and made it better for the driver and made it more equitable for the driver, like, I don't know, treat them like an employee instead of a fucking independent contractor just so it works out better for you. Fuck you, man. Just get fucked. It's it's not sustainable.
But that's why it's important to support the smaller, like you said, the little guys, right? The little guys are
Or at least if you're going to take Uber, don't be a dick. Fucking tip good. You know what I mean? Even though it's not mandatory to tip, like, you should.
You should.
Another PSA.
Yeah.
Another PSA.
I didn't think that needed to be said, but
It kind of does. Yeah. I'm not a Uber driver, but I know people are, and like, or when I if I'm hammered in some place I don't know and I take an Uber, like, because it is good at 2 and 3.
I do. I take a Lyft. I don't use
Lyft.
Uber.
Yeah,
but
because those services. I mean, yeah, but like tip those people because they're they're dealing with a lot of bullshit. They're dealing with your drunk ass.
yeah,
Fucking hook them up.
just be nice.
Yeah.
How about that? Just be nice and give and say thank you for the ride and give him some fucking extra money because he's not making that much money. There's nobody. Uber is not producing fucking wealth for people.
No.
Matter of fact, there was a thing that it's just sustainable for a lot of people. Like, wasn't there a thing when they first came out how they were roping drivers into loaning them money to buy new cars to do it, and they could just barely get by or something? I think with that company, if I recall.
Yeah. No.
I don't mind a new thing coming along and whatever, stirring the pot. But like a perfect example, all of the cabbies in Manhattan you need a medallion to run the cab.
Super expensive, right?
And they're like $1 million.
Yeah, it's crazy money.
Okay, so you got a guy who's a family man living in Queens, fucking. I can't get $1 million loan. I don't even know how you would do that. So he either has a broker or something. So it costs him a shitload of money, $750,000 to $1 million to just be in business. Okay, and for a long time that was a really good job for people. I drove a cab for a while. I did okay, in between jobs, and you could make a living and put your kids through college being a cabbie. The minute like Uber came along, destroyed the whole economy. Now those medallions are worth nothing. They're not even worth like, I don't know for a fact, but they're
definitely not $1 million.
There's cabbies shooting themselves in the head because they can't pay the bills and their family, are going back. If that is the direct result of your new business plan, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Agreed.
If people are killing themselves because you're figured out a way to siphon money out of, I don't know, man.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the ride up too a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're listen, if the Taxi and Limousine Commission said, something, let's fucking work on an app too, and said, oh shit, and looked forward a little bit.
Yeah.
They could still be a little more competitive, or at least compete with that, and they would win because they're an existing thing. We trust the yellow cabs and da 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 da.
Yeah.
So I think it's a combination of entrenched businesses not wanting to
change it up. Yeah.
And
because I was gonna say too, like also from, I lean more libertarian as well. It's a healthy competition. Like these guys changed the game. You need to adapt.
Yeah.
You've been the kings in this, and you got a little took things for a little bit for granted for a few years because their service sucked. Why I think Uber and all them did good right out of the gate is they had better service and they had the app. All right, this guy's going to be here, and you're not dealing with some dick like you know what I mean. Like I'll be there in 45 minutes or whatever, and they had a little bit. So
if you're the entrenched guy and you can't see that that's a good idea, you need to need to rethink your position.
That's all I meant. Yeah, but I think what we'll do as far as for the giveaway for cheap.
Oh my God, this is the best conversation I've had in the longest time. We have gone from
I don't know how he got the idea.
I don't either. We were cannibals, robots, explosions, fucking shotguns.
Yeah.
What haven't we talked about?
This is what happens when you just freestyle.
Oh, this is awesome.
We already did your formal interview episode, so now it's just from now on it's just talking shit.
Am I like Gary now? I'm a recurring character, like Gary Dell'Abate.
Yeah, exactly. But what I was going to say is, I think we need an essay contest.
Oh my God, that's great.
At least 100 words, because I don't want like the 10 words because I fucking rule.
Although that would be appreciated as well.
I want no, not me. I'm saying the person. Like I think we need at least 100-word essay with the most compelling reason why you should be chosen.
That's a great idea.
And then me and Walter will both review. You send them to bigtruthpodcast@gmail.com or just truth@chopperhead. I will skim them over. And then the best ones I will send to Walter, and then we'll have a think tank meeting on it.
I love this.
And we will choose the best one. Now, the most compelling reason why you should be the person that receives a free weekend. Mm-hmm. Now, with that said, if you don't live in the Northeast and you win this, you better fucking
you gotta come. Yeah.
And you getting here is not supplied.
Yes.
Only the hotel room.
No, because you should be riding your motorcycle to a motorcycle event.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yes. So
this is all to get you on your bike and doing fun shit.
Absolutely. Because everyone fucking needs it after 2020 in the first quarter of 2021. We all need to get fucking...
So, speaking of that, it is in September. It's... and Gypsy Run is 10th and the 11th if you want to come. Always fun. The New Jersey is already loosening the regulation or whatever you call them. And by September, we should be hopefully free and clear or as close to back to quote unquote normal as we can. And everything's outside.
And so that said, I'm just going to say it here first, because just in case we don't know what September is going to be like.
I know.
If you don't want to come, or if you're afraid of it, or you don't agree with it, then don't come. Or come and wear your mask, have your vaccine, whatever it is.
Just respect
no one's going to care.
others. Yeah, nobody gives a crap. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Yeah. If you don't, I really don't care. Just just respect other people's space
respect what the thing is, yeah.
that's all.
There might not be a mask mandate by September. We don't know. But what I mean is just like, because there have been events and then there's a bunch of people crying about those events taking place. You know,
they?
Yeah, no, there is. Trust
Really?
me. Like, yeah, look at the flack from the show that happened in New York a couple weeks ago.
Wait a minute.
It's another time. But what I mean is, so just to address these
Chopper
motherfuckers.
drama.
No, it's not chopper. It was music shit.
Oh, okay.
But just to address shit ahead of time, like if you don't agree with it, then don't come and don't worry about it. And you know,
It's going to be fun though. You really should come.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is
I
really
want to
going.
go.
Yeah, we're gonna go. But
We're going to put on. I tell you what. Just even if you just like motorcycles, just come down. We're going to do crazy fun stuff. I am all about. All right. You know the Wheels and Waves show in Europe?
yes, I have not been, but I know.
Yeah, no, neither have I. I'm dying to go. They do a thing. I'm pretty sure it's at the show. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But they do a thing called the Sultans of Sprint, where it's like European drag racing, where they just run a road up a hill and then divide it with the hay bales. And they build some of the coolest fucking bikes I've ever seen in my life for this event.
Yeah.
I want people doing that with mini bikes. With pull start mini bikes. I'm building one right now to drag race, and it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be. Imagine like that. I'm envisioning Red Bull. They have an event. I don't know what it's called, but
I know what you're talking about.
The guys
Everyone
build
does
a
the wacky
chicken,
shit, yeah.
and then they run it off a fucking pier into a lake and see how far they can get. I want that, but with mini bikes.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool.
In the frigid Atlantic.
Big. You know what this thing is? It's like, I love the Race of Gentlemen, our New Jersey reigning king of all things cool. It's great. I've raced it. I've gone to events since they started. I think I've been to every one, and it's great. But not everybody can afford, a $500 weekend.
Yeah.
Or more, or
But no one can afford a pre-war bike anymore.
Yeah, I was
to
going to say.
race. Yeah, that's the thing. But
Flatheads were a lot cheaper pre-Race of Gentlemen
We
than they
want-
were post-Race of Gentlemen.
yes, thank God. We want participation. Anybody can afford a $50 pull start mini bike and do some crazy shit and try to make it fast. That's what I want to see, what people come up with.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm psyched about.
Yeah, so fuck yeah. So 100 words or more, 100-word minimum of why, the most compelling reason of why you should be the person chosen to receive this prize package, which is a free, was it 2 wristbands to the show?
2 wristbands, a hotel room at the Hershey Hotel,
For
which
2
is
nights,
for 2 nights. So yeah, for a couple. Yeah. So
Yeah.
bring your buddy, bring your girl.
And a swag bag.
Bag of swag. You know what? Entrance to everything.
Yeah.
I would give you as long as you're 21, you can go to the after parties, and I'll throw in a couple of beers.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm gonna just find more shit to give you.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
gonna be. You're at the end of the weekend. I want you to think you owe me.
Yes. Absolutely. So
I really got to get him a Christmas present after all this.
100, yeah.
I like
100
you.
words or more, the most compelling reason. We will, Walter and I will choose the most compelling case, and you will go to the fucking show, Cheap Thrills, for free.
Okay.
I mean, you will bring your own transportation, pay for your own transportation.
Ride your
to and
bike
from.
to the show.
Not your mini bike.
Not your mini bike. Although
Strap your mini bike to your bike.
Although
If you ride a mini-
did that, you'd be in a whole new class of awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in Nebraska.
If you ride your mini bike from more than 100 miles away, I will pay for your hotel.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Fucking
There's so on the Gypsy Room we used to be pride ourselves in guys, putting a lot of miles just to get to the
run.
place.
Yeah.
So the farthest we've had, my buddy Bill rode from LA nonstop. He did like an iron butt.
yeah.
So he did in 3 days. He did. It was crazy.
damn.
I've done it on an FXR. I forget the bike he did it, but that's the measuring stick. I think he's got the most miles
Pre-run.
and then another 500 over the weekend.
And then another fucking couple thousand home.
Yeah. He didn't ride. I think he shipped home. No, yeah, he shipped home.
Yeah.
But still, very friggin' impressive. And we've had guys fly over from England to do Gypsy, Florida, Canada.
Yeah.
The farthest. We did have a guy come from Washington State, but he was on like Vancouver, British Columbia. Farthest guy. This kid, Chris, Canadian Chris, rode a panhead from all the way through Canada up to Nova Scotia and then down the East Coast.
Shit.
Did the Gypsy run, rode home.
Yeah.
He wins.
Yeah.
But he was on like an existing trip. He didn't come just to do the Gypsy run, but yeah.
And he didn't do it in 3 days, right?
No,
So
it was a couple of months.
They both win. Just
that's what I'm saying.
Different classes of win. You know.
I want you to ride.
Yeah.
I want you to ride to motorcycle shit. That's the best part of it. Is you know.
And that was the best part of the early smokeouts. Like the early smokeouts where you rode your chopper to the smokeout, not your fucking convertible on wheels.
Yeah.
On your two-wheeled convertible. You didn't ride that. You rode your chopper to the show, and that's what made it fucking special.
I don't care what you ride, man.
No, I don't care what you ride either. But I'm just talking about that show, that piece of time, which was like 20 years ago now.
I can't
It's
believe
fucking
it's been
crazy.
that long. I was at the second one.
Yeah.
And I was
That's when there was still like 100 people there.
Yeah, but it was weird, man. I didn't go to rallies. You know, I spent when I was a kid, I was like the last guy to have a shovel head, you know, to still have a shovel head. Everyone's like riding Evos and this when Yuppies came around and I was on my shovel and when are you going to get a real bike? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I had a guy, I had a 69 XLCH, which was one of my, I should never got rid of it. I know everybody says that, but that was the first Harley I got. I was 18 years old. I got it from my buddy Spike, who's still my best friend, and loved the bike. Magneto only, no battery.
Yeah.
You know, generator hooked right up to the lights. It was awesome. I actually had a guy on a Fat Boy, a brand new Fat Boy at a gas station. When are you going to get a man's bike?
Yeah.
I knocked him out.
Right on.
You should have took his bike.
Yeah. I didn't say a fucking word to him. I walked over and I hit him as hard as I could and right in the fucking face.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I was like, you.
You
Pretty much
I bet he
answered
never
the
asked
question,
he
I
never
suppose.
asked that question again. Probably.
I think somebody, you know, some guys need a lesson taught.
absolutely.
But my point is, I don't care what you ride.
I don't either.
I except fuck scooters because nobody likes scooters. I'm kidding. I don't care what you ride, man. You make the bike cool, not the other way around.
Did you ever meet Scooter Lenny?
Do you have a scooter?
No, he doesn't. No, I'm just kidding. I knew you would know. I didn't, so I was like, I had to throw the color man in for that.
We certainly know that besides robot dogs, scooters are not out of the question with Lenny.
Yeah.
Scooters are fine. You know, we had a scooter club trying to like crash the Gypsy Run a couple of times.
Ocean Riders? They would.
I don't know.
I did that with a bunch of friends down in Asbury years ago. A bunch of those guys that ride.
No, it was like up. I don't know where they were from, but if they were cool about it, I would have been sure, man. Come on by.
Yeah.
But they were just kind of dicks.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like doesn't matter what you're on. A dick is a dick. You know what I mean? So it's like
Remember that?
you could be on the coolest bike. You're a dick. Fuck you and your bike. Yeah.
Remember there was. I think they were in the city. There was a moped gang, like not a fucking club, a gang.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers were serious. They were like gutter punk, just fucking vicious motherfuckers, man. But they were on mopeds, so you're like, fuck, these guys are nothing. And they were fucking hard motherfuckers. But it was just so fucking funny seeing all these guys on mopeds, and you're like, these are not serious at all. And there were some serious motherfuckers.
Yeah, false sense of security.
You can't.
Make
You
the shit
never fucking know. That's my only point is you never know what's coming up.
That's a fact.
You know, this is to kind of reel back to something we were talking about earlier. Not that we don't have to go on it, but I'm going to ask you and maybe a couple other people. I've had an idea to do a shop episode with different shop owners, and just as a service to the motorcycle community, do a whole episode on shop etiquette. I think that'd be a good episode.
Yeah.
You know, get a couple other guys on, get Nick on for fucking hilarity, because shop etiquette at fucking Industry Customs is a whole different game. And you know,
I used to think like you'd used around here, you'd go into like an old guy's shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Like back when I was a kid, there was a lot more motorcycle shops. And there was a lot of like, you know, they were all independent.
That's what I say. A lot more smaller independent shops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you had to watch your fucking P's and Q's, man.
That's how it was with tattoos too.
You would get fucking smacked if you said something out of line or tried to be cool.
Yeah.
In a shop, get the fuck out of it. You know, I got thrown out. I got thrown out of shops fucking for being a smart ass kid.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I just want some oil. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't, you know, there's no patience. Just fucking it's so easy to be cool.
Yeah.
It's just so easy. I'm going to give you one right now. If you don't know what something is, ask.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I can't tell you how many times people have looked at my shovel head and said, "Hey man, nice flathead." I'm not kidding. Just to try to be, you know, I'm cool. I know what is, and you look like a fucking fool.
It doesn't matter.
It's okay. Nobody knows everything.
If you're cool and don't know shit, I like you better than if you're a dick and you know shit.
Easily.
And especially than a dick that doesn't know shit. Like fuck you, you're bad.
Those are the guys I'm talking about.
Yeah,
those are the guys that just you know it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
One of my friends asked me once. He's like, "What's the difference between like this frame and he was looking for rake on a Springer?"
Yeah,
you know, and then there's a couple of different setups and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
and he's like, that's so refreshing. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, guys will just make up answers. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding.
Yeah.
I have,
and there's so much shit changed through so many years of like Harley. You can't know. I mean, if you got a photographic memory, yeah, but like,
you ever meet one of those
you
guys?
still have to look shit up all the time.
Dude, I got $1,000 in manuals in my shop.
Yeah,
because I don't need to remember. Like,
everything,
you know,
what's the torque spec? Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I'll look that up. I'm good, and I like, you know, that's a good way to do business. He's like, hang on, let me check the book.
Yeah,
you know, okay,
yeah, but yeah, I mean, we could do 2 episodes: shop etiquette for customers and shop etiquette for shop owners.
I know. Listen,
and I need to remind myself sometimes. Sometimes I get a little surly just because I'm tired and stressed and running around, and people don't realize they're being time bandits and shit, you know what I mean?
I know, and I should be more patient, and I'm trying to be more patient with people because they got to start somewhere, you know. And I'd much rather them be here than at a Kawasaki dealership.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? And the other thing too, the good thing you don't got to deal with is like we have like in the new shop, like there's like I got a showroom and parts counter. Yeah. So that's a different level of people just kind of wandering in, you know what I mean? And
I know I'm purposely, I'm purposely low key in my neighborhood. You know, I like my neighborhood. It's quiet. And if you're here, I know why you're here.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
We don't get any traffic.
Yeah.
Foot traffic.
But
you can come by, knock on the door. I'm here.
Yeah.
During the week. It's not that I don't want visitors.
Yeah.
It's just that's the way it's worked out.
But what's cooler about that, and like I said, like I love having a shop. I love like 98% of the people that walk through the door fucking rad.
Yeah, please don't get us wrong because this is the only thing I can do. Yeah. And I love this more than anything. I really do. Yeah. And I hope we're not coming across as dicks.
No,
we really do.
No, of course.
I like I said earlier, man, I have some of the best fucking customers
absolutely,
ever. So I don't want you to think we're just
No. I just mean what I miss more than anything, and it's nothing to do with customers. It's literally when we were just a fabrication shop
Yeah.
and built bikes, you could shut the door and go for a ride and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta have the doors open because if you keep having the doors shut, people are, when these fucking motherfuckers, you can't have posted hours if you're not there. You become kind of a little bit more of a slave to that. You know what I mean?
I'm a little. It's a little tough for me. I try to be here like 10 to 6,
Yeah.
like Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Those are my official hours, and I got to go run parts.
Yeah.
I got to go to the post office.
Yeah.
I got to do this. I know people are here. You know, and it's just it's really hard. It's really hard. I need help, and it's kind of hard to find help.
Absolutely.
So, hey, can I do a classified?
Yes,
While
absolutely.
I'm here, I need a mechanic, guys. If any,
Good luck,
I
dude.
know.
Good luck, dude. You and everybody else,
All
motherfucker.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
No, but if you
It's
happen to
very
be,
hard to find a guy that's
Yeah.
into bikes and I tell you, man, just it's hard to find a mechanic.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I pay really well,
Yeah.
and you can make your own hours. I'm trying to make this as
easy as possible.
as attractive sounding as possible. And I'm very handsome. I know this is a podcast. But, I'm a lot to
There's
look
a
at.
reason this is an audio. There's a reason this is only an audio podcast. By the way, yeah, but yeah, no, yeah. I mean, absolutely. And if you're in the New York, because you're just outside the city, so,
I'm literally 8 miles from Manhattan.
yeah. So if you're in the New York, New Jersey, tri-state area, you need a job.
Part time, even guys. You know, I don't need any interns, I'm not doing that anymore. I actually had an intern that worked out well finally, but it took 10 years and 9 morons before I got one guy that's
Keeper,
working.
yeah.
You know,
That will actually
not all
send the
morons.
right-
They're not all morons.
No, yeah.
6 of them were fucking stupid.
And if you're one of those 9, you can try.
who you are.
If you're one
I
of
still
the
talk
3,
to all of them.
yeah,
I would go.
Yeah, I know.
But some guys just, it doesn't work out. Sometimes it doesn't work out. But I need, if somebody's out there that wants part-time jobs, good with wrenches,
Yep.
give me a call.
And if you're a little north and you were in the Massachusetts, New England area, hit me up. We're still. I allegedly got a guy starting this week, but if whether he shows or not,
Allegedly.
yeah. Well, until somene's in the door, it's a different story. But that's what I mean. But if not, like whether he does or not, I could still use another guy on top of that.
I've had guys that have, the worst one was he lasted a day.
Yeah.
One day. Take those tins off, drain the fuel, take those tins off and set them on the bench. And I'm a big cookie sheet guy. Like I organize everything with cookie sheets. So I have like these big aluminum cookie sheets. So when I'm breaking down a motor, I'll put everything in there.
Okay.
Smaller cookie sheets. So I'm like, just lay them in the, on a sheet so the, any drips of fuel doesn't go all over the place. I come back in like 15 minutes to check on him. He's got the tank of a custom bike.
He gets very emotional about this.
I'm trying to describe it. In the cookie sheet there, all of the gas that was in the tank is now in the bottom of the cookie sheet with eating all of the paint off of this custom tank. I'm like, hey man, this is the coolest I've ever been in my life. Yeah. And I'm like, hey man, I don't think this is gonna work out.
Yeah.
And it's a friggin' $1,500 paint job.
Yeah. Yeah.
One day.
He's not on the hook for it. You are.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. That's what
I didn't make him pay for it. I'm like, just nothing for nothing. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the nicest way possible, because I was gonna kill. He was a great kid. He just fucked up. But that's
it's your first job at the place, like the first job you're working on. Yeah,
literally the first job.
And,
it was,
it's like, dude, you're here to make the shop money, not to cost me money.
Yeah, I would have at least asked, do you want me to soak that $1,500 paint job tank in a bunch of gas at least first?
No, thank you. But it's like I said, still worth it.
Yeah.
It's still worth being here. I still love my job.
We're still here.
I still talk to that kid. Yeah. He's fine, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, dude. One of Ryan, who is working at the shop part time with me now, you know, he on his first day that he started years ago, and then he left because he became a wall of death rider.
Oh wow!
But while he was with us the first time, literally his first day, like he knocked over the Born Free bike.
Oh Jesus!
Like
you told me that,
and it was like,
oh my God,
we were leaving that week to bring it to Matt Jackson's show.
Oh, God.
And I was like, all I remember was like, dude, you got to get the fuck out of here right now. And he's like, yeah.
I wouldn't want you mad at me.
But then
I really.
But now we can laugh about it. You know what I mean? But like when he came back, I was like, all right, hold a picture of the tank, and I just apprentice shamed him, and I put like, you know when they do the dog shaming, like I shit on the rug, like I had him holding the tank, being like, I dropped this bike on the first day, like and then it was all good. He was like, dude, I was getting death threats and shit off of that. I was like, well,
horrible.
I was like, yeah, I know a lot of knuckleheads, dude. What do you want me to do? But,
you know what I want to do is I'm glad he's still around though.
He's the best dude. Fucking great dude.
You know what I want to do is I want to do I don't know what to do, a video or something of shop tips, and not necessarily motorcycle guys. Like I met some pattern makers that have the best little like, oh, if you want to get a 1/4 inch off of this thing, just do this. And they have this like clever little way to do it that you never think about. I want to go to different bike shops and get everybody's best tip. Yeah. Everybody's best shortcut, everybody's best, like, oh, you ever have to rebuild a magneto? Do this. And or like I got every Super E rebuild, you know, quick jig, fix up thing, you know, that will drive you crazy. Oh, if you just do it like this, it's easy. So I want everybody's got a shit ton of them. I got a shit ton of them. Can you imagine what, like, I know I've mentioned him a couple of times because Paul, I bet you he's got an unbelievable amount of cool shit. So absolutely. Just everyone, just like one little thing. Hey, we're going to go visit this guy and see what he's got. Not necessarily motorcycle stuff. You could go to even an accountant and go, give me your best tip. Yeah. And I bet you you'll get something out of it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. That'd be pretty funny. Fuck yeah, man. So what else, dude? I know we're here on a Sunday. I know you probably got shit you got to do.
I do. It's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And
we're doing this.
I'm going to...
bunch of fucking...
Well, you know, you got to work when you got to work.
Yeah.
And my wife understands. I got my kid. He's picking up my slack on Mother's Day today, so it's pretty good.
Well, fuck yeah, man. Well, we just did like an hour and a half or something. So I think
I'm telling you what, this is the best day I've had in the shop in weeks. I am having so much fun today.
Well, usually that's my MO. I bring joy and sunshine.
He does. Joy and sunshine
wherever I go.
Listen, if you
it's
want,
not me. It's the color man. It's Lenny. It's the color man. That's not me.
I tell you, if you want like puppies and sunshine, just visit Truth. That'll be
come in.
Should we talk about?
Come in holding some tires that you bought off Amazon, and you know, because that's fucking awesome.
Jesus Christ! It just ask.
I'm only saying it because it's spring and it's
just ask. Yeah. That's all you got to do. Hey man, you mind if I get the tires, or can you get the tires for me? Okay, perfect example. Like tires, I can't be competitive on tires. Yeah. Like my distributors, you know, they're not tire centric. I get shit off of Revzilla for my stuff. They ship quick and they do. I'm not saying that's it, but like on a certain like Avons, I can do really good at. I can be competitive with even, you know, Revzilla on those. So if you need some Avons, yeah, sure, I'll get them for you. Make a couple bucks, everybody's happy. You know, and I get them quick. Anything else? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Oh no, at least call. You know what I say is at least call. See what I can do for you, because your mountain balance is going to be cheaper if you buy the tire from us.
Exactly.
You know, that type of shit. You know, and you know, give us a chance to be competitive. Yeah.
That's an excellent point. Just give us a chance to be competitive, because
my tip,
every little there's a good shop tip from Truth. It's you know, every little bit helps, man. You know, I make a couple $100 a year in tires, and that's my electricity bill one month, or you know, coffee or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, especially now, it's just important because I don't think people understand with small businesses the level of shit. Like they think, oh, all this money coming in is yours. I'm like, no, dude, I'm like the last dude to get paid. Like I pay 4 insurances because because I have to have 4 different policies, like policy on the building, policy on the business, policy on the truck, policy on the dealer license, this and that, and then or 5 insurances really, and then on top of utilities, on top of everything else, there's a lot of moving parts that there's a lot of people that get paid before the shop has any money.
Every time I think I'm ahead, is before the end of the month.
Yeah. Tell me that's not the worst. That like 2 days where you're like, fuck yeah. And then like 3 days later, you're literally, where did it all go? Holy shit, where did it all go?
I was talking to Lori about this the other day. We're sitting at the kitchen table and going over bills, and I got a pile of cash, and we go, okay, we got to put this here and put this here. And I'm like, honey, you keep forgetting a very important fact. If we give this money to somebody else, we won't have it anymore. It's like you feel so good. You like got this. Oh man, I'm doing great. And you got $50 left over at the end of the month.
And then she's like, then she reminds you, if we don't give this to someone else, we won't be sitting here.
I know anymore. That's why I'm still married to my lovely wife. Yeah. But it is. It's again. Best thing the only thing I can do, but it gets you get a little dejected sometimes because it is a bit of a beating. But you know what? I'm still here.
Yeah,
you're still here.
We've been here for decades.
If I could get through, we've known each other for a long freaking time.
Yeah.
And if I'm still in business, every day I'm still in business, I'm kind of surprised and really happy. I'm like, yeah, man.
No, it's the best though. Like it really is. Like literally, like we all got our side hustles to keep the shop dream alive, right?
Yeah.
And it's like if my guys are paid, my bills are paid, I can make money doing other shit. And like if I can't get paid that week, it's cool. Like it sucks.
Listen, man, I cover my nut. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I know eventually, I'll get a bonus month. Or something, but you know what? It works. My kid's going to college. Yeah. My thank God my wife has a great job. And But still hit the nut, man.
Yeah,
so.
But fuck yeah, man! Like every day you get up, you're like, I'm just doing motorcycle shit today. It's fucking cool.
I forgot about that for a long time, and I was fucking miserable and just hating everybody, and that was a bunch of stuff, and I forgot to be grateful that I get to do
cool shit. More
than one thing I really love.
Yep.
Yeah. I get to do the drum stuff. I get to do motorcycle stuff. I made a stand, a display stand for an artist.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in a museum for the rest of history.
Yeah.
This guy's thing is sitting on something I made that hopefully nobody will ever notice.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I got something in a museum that's going to outlive me.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Like I had to remind myself of this yesterday because as you've probably repaired gas tanks before and you're chasing the fucking holes.
Oh God. Yeah,
all right, weld, fucking pressure test, weld, pressure test, weld. I'm like, fuck this. And I was like, wait a minute. Whatever, dude. I'm like, I'm standing here on my bench, fucking welding, fixing a tank for a guy. He's gonna be super stoked that we saved the paint and he gets to ride his tank with his paint and only a little bit of paint off the bottom and fuck yeah.
That's very hard to do. Yeah, it's very hard to do.
But I had to do it in the moment because I started getting aggravated, like chasing the fucking. I
gotta walk away, just go around the block once and go, and I'm like, And my buddy Darren, who's got a spot in the shop, he's a great welder. But he's always like, I could never TIG weld. And I'm like, yeah, you can. He goes, no, I just don't have the patience. Because sometimes I was welding this morning and it's like, it'll go great.
You get that one little pocket of impurity or something.
And then it just goes to complete asshole. It looks horrible. And then you're like, I suck, I can't weld. And then
it's the best. You're looking at it, you're like, all right, dime. Explosion. What the fuck happened? You hit a little pocket of fucking bullshit in the fucking metal or something,
But
especially aluminum, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's what I was working on. And he'll just, I don't have the patience for it. And that's it. All you got to do is just take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Because
you know what? and this is for everyone that welds will probably understand this, because when you're going, there's nothing closer to fucking. I understand Zen Buddhism when I'm fucking welding, because and I'm not being jerk off.
No, I
like,
know.
Seriously, I'm like, shit, you're over there. You can't be thinking about anything else. You're fucking right there, and like, this is what I'm doing right now until I get to the end of this fucking thing.
That's an awesome way to think about it, because I don't know what I think about while I'm doing it. I don't know. I got to be a little more conscious about that. But that's a fucking great.
You know, you're concentrating. You're concentrating on the bead. You're concentrating at the angle of the torch and the angle of the fucking rod and fucking. That's really
I think I may be running through it a little bit, but my point is, you just got to be a little patient, and it's okay. Take a deep breath, man. You'll get through it.
Yeah.
If not this time, it's only fucking metal.
Yeah, you can always. That's the best thing. You can fix it. Yeah. I mean. Sucks if there's paint on the metal and you got to fix the paint, but whatever. So, moral of the story is we need a 100-word or more essay from you.
The Cheap Thrills, Take Me to the Beach essay. Okay.
And why you are the person that should receive this fucking illustrious honor and privilege. So you email it to me either at truth@chophead.com or bigtruthpodcast@gmail. Use the bigtruthpodcast@gmail so I can. Because if it's at Truth at Chop It, I get so much shit over there. BigTruthPodcast@gmail.com, or don't DM me or any of that shit. Just fucking send an email. If you have an application, you have a fucking email address.
Yeah.
Because you don't get these apps if you don't have an email. Just email so it's easier. It's in one place. And,
don't be that guy who, the price is in the description and then you ask the price in the comments. Don't be that guy.
It's wicked easy. 100 words or more of why you should be the one chosen. That's it. Why you should be the chosen one.
The chosen one has a much nicer ring.
Yes, you're the chosen one.
Okay. Hey, man, it's your contest.
Cheap Thrills chosen one.
That's
I'm
really
just
nice.
Providing the ability for you to have fun.
Yes.
Okay. And Truth will be the gatekeeper.
I'm going to take the top 5. And then I'm going to throw him to Walter, and then Walter will make the final decision.
I'm going to have Dusty make the final decision.
Okay,
He's got.
It's going to be like a consortium decision. Like,
I just wanted to mention we do. I do have an additional partner in the Seaside Show. I'm sorry, James is our partner, and he's heading up all of the music.
Oh hell yeah, man!
For the weekend, he's
cool.
an awesome guy. And
shout out to James.
Shout out to James. And I wish I had a list of bands. We have an amazing lineup.
All the more reason for people to go check it out.
There you go. And check out cheapthrillsshow.com or Cheap Thrills NJ Instagram.
And that's even more reason for you to keep following, because there's going to be more and more shit updated and more announcements as it gets closer.
You know what I like about your show? And I've listened to almost all of the episodes, is that you never know when it's going to end.
Yeah.
And then you got to keep listening, because you're like, okay, signing off. Remember, like and subscribe. And hey, what about, and then it goes on a whole other tangent, which is
like what's happening right now.
Yes. I think that the whole show.
Do you have a word to say that will spawn something to come out? Because you said cannibal and that started like.
I don't want to think about it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so that's how we're gonna end it, because we got a fucking 4-hour ride to head back. So let's fucking do this.
It's better than coming from British Columbia to the. It's not that
absolutely. But yeah, man. So check us out, and then kickstartcycle.com.
Kickstartcycle.com or at Kickstart Cycle on Instagram.
All this will be in the show notes. And along with the instructions on how to enter, in case you forgot already.
I really want to give this away.
If you forgot already, you ain't the motherfucker that's going to be the chosen one, right?
Do not come.
But just everyone's welcome.
But I'm already on my mini bike.
Okay. It's going to take a while for him to get here.
Fuck yeah. And make sure you hit like and subscribe wherever you're listening to this, and give us a follow and leave a comment, because it gets us boosted up in the algorithms. All right. All right. That's
Thank
it.
you for thanks for coming down, guys. I really appreciate it. I had a blast.
Absolutely.